a lift, but that actually looks quite heavy as well. So you've got to be some sort of Superman to actually carry that in battle for any length of time. Now we've got an axe, a two-handed axe. The butt axe is used by the English where versatile weapons and in skilled hands could inflict terrible wounds. Bloody tell me about it. The length of the shaft increased the force of the blow. Make your own jokes up about that, eh? Right, King Harold's army at Hastings broadly matched its Norman opponents. Right, so yeah, two well-matched armies, but as I said earlier, probably the trip back from Stamford Bridge probably done them in, didn't it? And made a massive difference. Right, so the Kings of England. So this is Harold. He's at his coronation. So he was coronated just a few weeks before the battle. Canute, everyone knows about Canute, like sitting on his throne at the beach, commanding the sea to retreat. It didn't work because you don't mess with nature, even if you're a king. Right. Alright, the position of an English king was only as strong as the loyalty and the allegiance given to him by the lords of the kingdom. So yeah, it's a lot of backbiting and backfighting behind the scenes of every king. Probably happens now, it's, we don't hear about it, even though we've got access to... Oh, you've noticed now how quiet it is now. That's brilliant. Right, yeah, so even though we've got access to all this media and information these days, it seems to be even more secretive than it was back in the day, back in 1066 or the mid 11th century. Here we go, we've got another documentary, so I'm starting to replay now. Right, on the eve of the Norman conquest, England was one of the richest and most sophisticated kingdoms in Europe. Following the collapse of the Roman Empire, the area of modern-day England was settled by Germanic tribes and divided into small Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. It's also Anglo-Saxons and Jutes, all came from Germany. Right, from at least the 8th century, this population came to recognise itself as a people, the English. Right, then you got the Viking invasions, mainly up north, or the northeast coast, northeast and eastern coast. So, did a lot of research on Saxons for the third book, which was called Second Chance, The Return of Anrock, who is the demon from the first book, called Cast the First Stone, all by the author, my pen name, Thomas J. Stone. So if anyone wants to check those out on Amazon, they're on Kindle Unlimited for free. If you're an unlimited customer, you can check those out for free. You can also do a little sample on the Amazon website, probably the first 10 pages maybe. Just yeah, check it out if it's your sort of thing. Download it from Kindle Unlimited, or I think the e-books are about £1.77. Paperback's a little bit more, about £4 or £5, something like that now. So if anyone would like to do that, that'd be brilliant. It's all right, you don't need to jump about. Like a young lady trying to get out of the view. Anyway, that's the what we've got upstairs. It really is quiet with no kids. Right, I can smell food. I'm really quite hungry now. It's alright, so yeah, this takes us back up to the cafe. So, we've got a little bit more here, a few pictures. It's the toilets I dashed to earlier. Right, so we're going in the right direction. So 12th century. Right, 1170, Thomas Becket, who was the Archbishop of Canterbury, was brutally murdered. I mentioned him at Berkhamsted Castle a couple of weeks ago. Right, so Henry III rebuilt Westminster Abbey. The plague reaches England in 1348, killing over 30% of the population. It's scary, isn't it? I'd be able to trust anyone. Right, maybe the second can conquers combat. I can't even say, my bloody mouth is so dry, and luckily I'm so close to the cafe. Constantinople, which was the centre of things in Central Europe back then, or the Med. Right, got Elizabeth I and Shakespeare and Martin Luther down the bottom. Not to be confused with Martin Luther King, obviously. Right, you got the Fire of London in 1666, which turned out to be a result because we had another plague then. And as most people know, like, the Great Fire started in Pudding Lane, allegedly in a bakery. But yeah, London was in the grip of another plague, and the Great Fire actually killed all the rats, so which stopped the plague. Right, 18th century we have George Friedrich Handel, which does brilliant music. Check it out. We got down the bottom the work of Mary Wollstonecraft, which was Mary Shelley. So obviously wrote Frankenstein or Prometheus and the Tale of a Modern Man or whatever it's called at the time, but now known as Frankenstein. Then the Napoleonic War and the French Revolution. Right, World War I, which would have been horrific. Probably, well, I'd say definitely way worse than 1066. World War II, Queen Elizabeth, England winning the World Cup, which is probably the only time we'll ever win it. Right, so that is the end of the tour. That'll be the exit eventually. Not sure what time it is, but that is the time. Yeah. So anyway, my hand is so numb I can't even hit the off button with my thumb. So that is it. Thank you all for watching. Watch what you can. Like, subscribe, share, please. Pretty please. Right, that's it. Catch you all later.